Hey, good morning. Good morning, BGG. How's everybody doing out there? Well, you got Rob in here on a Friday morning, Pacific Standard Time, and we're here today going to celebrate with one of the most exciting, young, inspiring entrepreneurs, and he's a vet. And we're here today. We're going to talk to Mr. Ralph Sarabia, the owner of the CEO of Pitasso's Brands and ResMed One. We're going to get to know him, but also we're here to celebrate Mexican Heritage Month. And there's nobody better that I'd rather have in here, at least breaking the ice first, than Mr. Ralph. So good morning, Ralph. What's going on, my brother?
Good morning, Mr. Rob. Good morning.
All right.
How you doing?
Good, real good. Good to see you again. And man, you're all clean shaven, make me look bad, with the veteran thing. So
That's a Marine thing. It's a Marine thing.
well, the Army's tired right now. We're a little late for formation today, but we'll get there.
I'm
So
not judging.
yeah, okay, cool. So anyway, tell us before we get into Mexican Heritage Month. Tell me a little bit about, let's tell everybody out there a little bit about uh, the CEO of and what's going on with ResMed One and then Pitasso's brand, which I'm really excited about.
Okay. Well, hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. So my name is Ralph Sarabia, and I started two companies at the same time. I guess I'm a little bit of a glutton, but my first company is called ResMed One. And ResMed One, we are providers of PPE to the Department of Defense, Homeland Security, federal government, and my very own U.S. Marine Corps. So got started in that, and it's exciting. I love what I'm doing. I get to give back to the Marine Corps, like they gave me so much. And my other company it didn't start off as a company. It's just a passion. I've been so passionate about boxing because boxing is one of those sports that is equivalent to life.
Right.
And the company that I decided to call it is putazos, and it's Spanish slang for just throwing punches, but not just any type of punches, heavy punches. So putazos is throwing punches with the goal of inflicting maximum pain and damage. So I've had to deal with a lot of PTSD, anxiety, unfortunately lost a lot of good men, including my driver in Iraq. And I've had to throw putazos at PTSD, anxiety,
Yes.
suicidal thoughts, all that stuff. And the thing about this brand is I encourage anybody that wears this brand to throw putazos at whatever would hold them back from being the best version of themselves. So it's been a process. I love it. I've gotten to go meet a lot of cool people. And yeah, that's pretty much what's going on. I have fight apparel. I have fight gear that's coming out in the next couple weeks, and it's top notch. So God willing, everything is going to work out the way it's supposed to.
Oh man, you're blowing up already. I tell you, I wore one of your shirts to my boxing class, and out here in Ranch Cucamonga, and all of a sudden, one of the young ladies, she pulled me to the side. Hey, where'd you get that shirt? I got one. My boyfriend got it for me. He's, do you know that guy? You know that Ralph? So, man, the shirts are dope, but the message is critically important because there's a lot of people out here who are dealing with a lot of stuff, and it's good to know that hey, we got an ambassador who has a brand that represents that, that understands what people are going through. So let's get down to the meat of it. You guys, come on in. Come on in. I see you ready to say something. Come on in, brother.
Well, not just that I'm part of ResMed One and Putazos, but I'm also a therapist for combat vets. See, out of my brokenness, out of my own heartbreak, I wanted to figure out what the heck was going on with me. So I ended up, dropping out of school 4 times and finally stopped making excuses, got a recorder, and I ended up getting my bachelor's in psychology and got my master's at USC, but getting kicked out of USC my first year. Okay, sometimes things don't go the way that you think they're planned, but obviously God has a bigger story. But I ended up getting back in and graduating with a 3.5 GPA. So, and now I've been a therapist for a while now, and just treating trauma and things like that.
And you're the man. I appreciate that. It's always about it's about finishing, right? And it's easy to become a quitter. I tell a lot of times, as you know, I'm an instructor for the past 20 years as well, and I tell my students all the time, I used to be a quitter, and it's so easy to quit, but you got to get back on that bike. You got to climb over that wall, man. No matter what, you got to get over to the other side. And yeah, God bless you, brother. I
Thank you.
appreciate that.
It's a head game.
Yep.
It's a head game. When I was younger, I'd lose every time.
Mhm.
And then you get to a point where it's like, are you going to be defeated by what's in your head? Or are you just going to disregard and continue to move forward?
Yes. Fight to the end.
Fight to
Okay.
the end.
Yeah, that's one of his mottos, and you'll see it on his a lot of his gear and everything. You're going to see that statement, fight to the end, and that's what we have to do. We got to fight to the end. We're going to get through some things, and then sometimes they're going to raise their ugly head again. We got to just keep fighting to the end, and then and don't give up. So let's get to the meat of this, man. It's a Mexican Heritage Month. Tell me about that. How do you feel about that?
It's a beautiful thing. We get to honor the Hispanic community, and there's something specifically special. There's something specifically special about everybody.
Right.
In the Mexican culture, they have that work ethic and that mentality to fight to the end.
Yes.
And it's been so satisfying to see my community
Yes.
surround me and support me and lift me up, and it's crazy because it's like family. You know when you go somewhere that you're not really familiar with, but they make you feel at home.
Yes.
This community of this Hispanic community, the community in the boxing world, these guys just gather around you. If they see that you're real and that you're not, trying to be somebody that you're not, they can see right through that.
Right.
And I appreciate that. And being Hispanic and starting these companies, it's cool because I didn't have these type of examples growing up.
Right.
And for those the little guys, right? The 13-year-olds, the 14-year-olds, they see, well, this Hispanic guy, he could do it. I could do it.
Yeah.
You don't gotta be the smartest person in the world. You gotta have grit and you gotta work your butt off. You gotta get so uncomfortable that people around you are gonna go, "You're crazy." You know what? They're saying you're crazy because they couldn't do it. So,
Right. Don't put your limitations on me. Right.
nope, nope.
Exactly. Man, I love that. So, on that same note, I think I mentioned to you before, there's other times where, hey, I just left boxing. I'm rocking one of your shirts. I'm going through the parking lot at Starbucks, and all of a sudden, here's a guy who's a Latino male, and he's looking at my shirt. I'm wanting slowing down the car. They're looking, you know, looking at that shirt, man, and I get it, right? Because like you said, people want to, they see it, they can recognize it. Your brand has taken off. I remember when we were first talking about your brand, and then man, we started talking about, we were working on PPE, and the next thing you know, boom, you show me this, and then bam, it just took off. So man, you're doing big things. And I'm proud of being able to work with you and our relationship. And if you guys get when you get to know Ralph, you'll understand he is who he says he is. He's real. He's always available. We as vets, we have a lot of that in common. We try to make sure that we do what we say we're going to do, and that's important. Now, for everybody out there, Ralph and I are having an event. It is mainly for vets. We're both vets, and we're on October 7th. Okay, 6 days from now at 2:30 Pacific time, 3:30. To 3:30 Pacific time. But if you're on the East Coast and you're hearing this, it'll be 5:30, Eastern time. Okay, 5:30. You can tune in, and we're going to have we're putting on a seminar called "Starting and Growing Your Business While Fighting for Success." So if you've been in the military, uh, you don't go in the military to row a boat or what. Hey, man, you're in there to fight. That's your job, right? We're there to fight in the United States, no matter foreign against any enemy, foreign or domestic. Hey, man, we're going to show up, our land or sea, whatever we have to do. but there's a lot of good meat into starting a business and for veterans as well, right? And also growing. One of the things is making sure that when folks get out of the military, that they understand the kinship amongst veterans, and we can apply some of those skills to business ownership, becoming the CEO. And so we're going to talk about some of those things. You want to comment on there, Ralph?
Yes, ladies and gents, those of you that have served our country, there's something that you have that not a lot of people have. Only less than, I think it's 2% or 1% have even served the country. We are like a freaking unicorn. We're unique, and we have a work ethic like no one else. If we put our mind to the grind and just work and show our work ethic, we set ourselves apart. So, spread the word, share with other vets. If you're going to be there, you're meant to be there. And I'm sure you're going to be there. So Mason is an amazing businessman. He's got a lot of information. And just like he said, he says what he's going to do and he does it. So, and that's why I'm on board and just appreciate your support, Mr. Rob. Thank you.
Hey, likewise, I love the kinship. Okay, folks, well, we're about out of time for BGG chats. Again, let me show the brand, BGG. So you gotta, again, if you need to, we got our mugs, we got cups, whatever. We want you to understand this is a platform where you go, you can post your information, a platform for discussion, to find other entrepreneurs. And even if you're just looking for personal growth, all right, just lean into the opportunities that we find in the space. And share this with your friends. There's somebody out there that needs to maybe hear about this. And we're all going to celebrate Mexican Heritage Month. We got about up to the 15th of the month, Ralph?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'm going to make sure that I get me a little bit of a few extra cervezas this month, right? In the honor. Okay. All right.
Only in the
exactly.
Rob,
All right, guys.
I do see some questions here.
Good.
One of the two questions that I see is for Ralph. The question is, do you sell the shirt that you currently have on? And the other question is, do you provide any private boxing sessions?
I do sell the shirt that I have on. This shirt is actually on our website. It's www.putasosfightapparel.com. And it's actually on Instagram as well. You can shop there or Facebook. As far as the boxing training, I am not the expert that you'd want to learn from, but I do have people that teach KMF boxing, modern boxing, warzone boxing. So there's definitely a lot of connections that I can connect with you, no problem, and you'll definitely won't regret it. So I hope that answers those questions.
Right. Any other questions in the room, Randy? And please, if you haven't, pick up one of Ralph's shirts. I mean, they are extremely comfortable to wear, and you're supporting a vet. The money's going, he puts money back in the community. I got on him one time because he was giving so much product away. I said, man, you got to be able to pay for this stuff. So, I mean, he has a great heart. So let's support Ralph and Putaso's brand and ResMed One. If you need things, if you are a business owner, or a contractor, and you need stuff, please reach out to ResMed One, and Ralph will be your guy. He'll take care of you. Okay.
One thing that I have to offer is I have to make sure that I provide the best product. It's not in me to have anything less. Why? Because I won't be able to sleep at night. So our t-shirts are a 60-40 blend. They are the most comfortable shirts. And when you get them, I guarantee you people are going to look and say, what is that? The new shirts actually have the definition in the back, so you don't have to explain.
Awesome. Okay, guys. Well, this is we're going to close out, and thanks for joining in with the BGG chats today. We'll have another episode coming up real soon. So stay tuned and share with your friends. Okay, this is Rob Mason signing for Ralph Sarabia and Pitasso's brand, the CEO of ResMed One. We're saying have a great day and a great weekend. Thank you.